a wild and incredibly beautiful corner of the world, in a land of volcanoes and other turbulent expressions of a rich and colorful nature. This was Java once, but it could not stay this way. It could not remain secluded in a world that was hungry for rubber and tea and tin, in a world that badly needed the quinine and manganese and oil. And so once again it changed with changing times. Batavia is no drowsy tropical village, but a modern capital and business metropolis, heart and nerve center of the vast territories united under the name of the Netherlands East Indies. For it is the Netherlands that has guided the Indonesians to their place in the modern world. In many parts of Java, the jungle and rice fields have given way to the great industrial plants that a modern nation needs for survival in a world balanced on economic scales. And the peoples of tradition have been taught new skills that would amaze and confound their craftsman ancestors. Skills that are prized and well paid by a machine-age world. Skills that can turn the raw commodities of the earth into useful articles. Skills that can win the rewards of weekly wages and improved living conditions. Only with these skills can man be master of the machine and make it work for the common good. Dutch craftsmen and Dutch engineers have brought the Indonesians up to date. But the people have not forsaken the land to work in the factories, for such migration may lead to economic slavery. By Netherlands law, not even Dutch settlers may buy the land that has been assigned to the people for growing their food, and most of the small rice sawas have been in the possession of one family or one community for many generations. Not all of the agricultural activities of the islands are on this small scale. Companies of many nations have been encouraged to establish large commercial operations on leased lands, and it is the products of such plantations that furnish most of the island's exports. The plantation hands are paid wages, but whenever possible, the arrangement also provides for enough time off to enable them to work their own lands. Thus, the change from the old to the new is a gradual one that does not hurt the very people it is supposed to help. Balance and moderation have been the keynote of Dutch policy in this great experiment involving 60 million lives. A visit to a typical Javanese community reveals that the old way of living has been preserved wherever it lends itself to modern conditions. But it is never allowed to block us. The young generation is proud of its traditional heritage, but it is determined to add to it in 20th century forms, in terms of technical and social improvement. Good schools, and even more, an ambitious, zealous youth are first steps toward true democracy. Their future, and the future of the idea of responsible government for them and their fellow millions. These are the reasons they have turned down the tinseled promises of the invader. That is what the war is about in the skies of the Malay Straits and the Java Seas. Hundreds of young Indonesians are flying with their Dutch, American, and British comrades in the planes seeking out the Jap invader. They are themselves products of an idea they are willing to die for. Their fight and the sacrifices of their allies on the oceans and in the jungles below will keep that idea alive.